up, Aries? Welcome. You are the last of the Zodiac collectives to have me read the full moon, May 31st. Full moon in Sagittarius, second full moon in the month of May, so it's a blue full moon, as I've been explaining. This is a full moon that always, as always, offers us this grand conclusion, great completion, what we can release, what we can let go, what we can be completely content with as it is. And not in the sense of achievement, but just closure. But because it is the second full moon in a month, it is highly auspicious and very lucky. And so in that sense, it is a chance for you to manifest. It can be in line with what you release and can be complete with, or it can be something new completely. The story can go on and spin off into a different direction, right? So I want you to know that some of the signs have been showing me release energy. Some of the signs have been showing manifestation. And I think 2 or 3 have been showing me both. This is for invoking the Aries, Sun, Moon, Venus, rising. Furthermore, if and when something resonates here, give me a thumbs up. If you watch this video and you do not like it, that is strange. You've taken energy from me. If it doesn't resonate, please feel free to go ahead and check some other placements. There is a message already here. So I know I've been gearing up for this message because I was sure that I wanted to do it yesterday. And then today, while I was out doing other things, I was hearing my reading. Knight of Cups. Okay. Let's get into it, huh? So what else? Well, it's Taurus back to back. Okay, so okay, lots of energy here. First and foremost, we've got the Knight of Cups coming out into my hand. There is something that you are trying to offer. It is not coming towards you, I don't suspect. I think that it is something that you are offering. You are extending out into the world. Why? I think that there is a sense of balance, restoration. You want to put love out there. You want to maybe pay it forward or give back what you already feel you've received. This is something that fills your heart completely. You are totally full of conviction for this. Whatever it is that you are going towards with this cup, it pleases you. It pleases you, and it pleases you for the time of life that you're in right now. You want to offer something for the long term. You want to offer the best version of yourself, what you've learned so far. You feel so empowered to offer this. You feel that you're in the best position that you could possibly be to offer this cup right now. Now, this cup doesn't have to necessarily be a cup of love. It could just be a cup of your best effort, an artistic creation, some song you've been comprising, or some idea about traveling, or I don't know, maybe you're writing something. There's a lot of options here because your emotions are invested in it. And that's because not only is it the Knight of Cups, but also this is the moon in Taurus. So it's the highest idea of who you could be on this earthly plane, right? And then it's followed by the Empress, which is, as we know, ruled by Venus. And Venus rules Taurus and Libra. Because that is essentially the divine feminine, the divine masculine, the way in which the soil of the earth is plenty and we put beauty back into the world as we receive it, right? From this wholeness, from this alignment. That's why the Empress is so productive. That's that birthright where you're a woman of leisure, right? Anyway, so we have this very, very powerful, embodied way in which you are putting beauty back into the world, birthing something that is extraordinary, and you feel completely connected to it, fully whole and protective of it. And it's taken you time because you've gone step by step throughout this whole process. You've maintained an enthusiasm. You expect and anticipate that as you offer it, it will be delivered with enthusiasm. And it's something that is critical in terms of investment. I've got the Queen of Pentacles here. So there's a lot of earthly energy here, some Capricornian, some Pisces, and as you have already seen, Venusian by Taurus. So let's check out. Oh no, there's a lizard in the house. Okay. All right. So let's get into what this is, right? What's in this cup? I'm just going to go straight there. So, do I know yet if you're manifesting? Do I know yet if you're releasing? I'm not sure. The Empress is calling something to her. So I think the manifestation is actually becoming complete, but it's not outward. It's from you to you, if that makes sense. Show me what this is. Three of Wands, manifesting a getting together, a togetherness, a co-creation, a gathering, a delightful embrace with people that you love, that you care about, being resilient and protecting it. And there's the King of Wands. That could be your energy showing up in the head of state that you are. Seven of Cups. Yeah, I think that you have manifested options in connection, in friendship, in sharing, in love, in a harmony, in a balance, in a lightness even. And maybe that's kind of what you learned over here. Maybe there is this opportunity that part of the moon's offering to you is to release idea that if you weren't having a balanced experience previously and you kept your Knight of Cups under lock and key, you're having a release now where you can go step by step. It doesn't have to be maybe if you moved fast before, as Aries tend to do, full force right out of the gate, charging. There's an idea that you can still have your heart open, and with what you have learned and how you have tempered yourself and what you know you deserve, you can manifest and attract towards you, but still move with enthusiasm, but bit by bit. So what you're asking for, what you're manifesting, what you're ready to protect, and what you feel is yours is options in emotional connection, in emotional experiences. Because you love yourself now, there's a new connection, a newfound way in which maybe you understand yourself. That's possible. Let's look at, if we can, get a little bit more information, because this is all emotional understanding and it doesn't involve one other person, at least not yet. I'm going to go to the Before Tarot and see if we can get into the process that brought you here, particularly as it relates to the Six of Pentacles, perhaps the Queen of Cups. Yeah. Show me, please, the before. What brought us here? For Aries for this full moon. The Six of Pentacles for the Six of Pentacles. You're making a change, like I said before. Pretty much, yeah, a Six of Pentacles. So moving from the feeling that you were outside, separated, abandoned, misunderstood, out in the cold, left behind, you are making this change to recognize that you can fill your own cup. It can't be more clear than this. Recognizing that you will be the one to satisfy your needs. Yeah. I love that, Aries, because no one can do it for you, do it to you like you can, right? Page of Wands, again, same card, different decks. There is an enthusiasm, an excitement, of fire. This moon is in Sagittarius, and so this is not Sagittarius energy. Sagittarius is going to hit you hard with blunt truths, but it's going to give you the huge optimistic approach in the way that Jupiter grants all things to be true, all things to be possible. And that kind of fiery approach allows you to be open and experimental and embrace risk in a way that is not for the short-term gain, but shoot really high and really far and be willing to keep the faith that you can get there. And I think that is what you're looking at. And I think you recognize a new kind of self-love, which Sagittarians, I don't think that they would spend a lot of time talking about, oh, I love me, although they probably get criticized for that. But their level of confidence is not from a bravado. Their level of confidence is not because they love themselves so much. Their level of confidence is because they are in the state of flow. They are in the state of joy. And that discovery, that experience, that that quenching of desire, that satisfying the curiosity, that is Page of Wands energy. That is Sagittarius. And so I think you're taking it and you're using it to spin this wheel. And it's so great to see the Six of Pentacles to be the result of what it has been for you, to really sit in the Five of Pentacles and to understand your place in it and also to elevate above it. So where is this going? Direct. Okay. Well, I'll just cut anyway. I love that. See, I told you, Spirit, your guides are ready. We know what we want to say. When are you going to read for us? I've got the Nine of Swords to the Page of Cups. So this is a French deck. This is the Osho Zen Tarot. And this deck is giving titles for each one of the cards. So you'll see gray is swords, blue is cups, Nine of Cups, Page of Cups. I mean, Nine of Swords, Page of Cups, excuse me. And so this is important because it's where this is going is that the lines of where you have traversed, the maze of the mind, the back and forth, the loop, kind of like this, what am I thinking of? The way that, you know, those old printers used to go back and forth like that. That's what I just got in my mind's eye. So like this kind of analog, old school archetype that you've been clinging to about, you know, some pattern of thinking, some scripts that have been running, that's what I'm really looking for. Scripts that have been running that are addicted to pain, addicted to mental anguish, addicted to confusion, addicted to stress, addicted to just, you don't have an output for your energy, so let's worry. That kind of way that, because Aries rules the head and Aries is fire and fire is an upward energy. So it's very common that the kind of anxiety Aries experiences is one that the rest of us could not handle. So hats off to you. You teach us a little bit about what it could look like if we don't get a handle on it. And you certainly pay the price. So thank you. As you are the baby of the zodiac, the first one out, you make all the mistakes for us to then thereafter learn from. Now, because the Nine of Swords precedes the Page of Cups, you're forgiving yourself. You're forgiving yourself for having been in this anguish, for having spent your energy in this way, for being the one who has asked, invited, and relished sitting with pain. And you can recognize from this imagery in the card that you are free and your wings can take you to places and elevate out of this, like I have already explained. And again, because these other doves are here, there's a sense of peace, there's a sense of belonging, birds of a feather flock together. And so there's the way that it refers back to this Three of Cups, right? The people coming together, raising their glasses, elevating to life, to love, to harmony, to happiness. So I think it's been a long time coming. This Seven of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, if I could just get it right, this Seven of Cups is not just the options, but rather also the long history, the long story, your process of what it has meant to become more emotionally connected and intelligent, more sovereign in understanding that you fill your own cup, more able and more positive to pick up the pieces, right? So we had the Six of Cups, but then you see the Six of Pentacles, and you see the Page of Pentacles. This is the extra pentacle that you've needed to go from the 5 to the 6. And it's through this dog-like loyalty to yourself. You know, that's the expression, why do dogs dig? For the truth. There's something that you faced about your attachment to burden, because the cage was never really shut. So that is amazing. I love that. Let me just see what's underneath. The world. That's what I'm talking about. You close this cycle. So what are you doing? You are releasing and ending, right? There is a completion here, graduation from what has been an old emotional intelligence, leveling up to a new place of understanding yourself, forgiving yourself, and keeping a cup going forward. There is no one that can satisfy you like you. There is no one that can put it together like you. You are the most loyal that you have ever needed for you. And so I just love that. So let's go to the after tarot. This has been super fast. Wow, 15 minutes. I think it's the fastest reading. And it's probably because I saved you for last. Well, I didn't save you for last. I always do the readings in the order of the signs that we're in. So makes sense to me. Can I have some advice, please, to close this out for Aries? One more shuffle. Thank you for being so straightforward. Thank you for being here. Three of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, that's right. That's right. You are in the high, hats off, in the highest expression of what it means to have faith, to call in a new value system, to demand that which you know is the best, to have a new structure of your beliefs, right? To create with order. It is how you move forward from this throne. And it is you who says what distortions cannot pass. You're going to go back to the lessons that you've learned. Hold this book out, right? Because it's in this order. Hold this book out, and any bullshit that tries to creep up, right? Any self-sabotage, any issues of self-worth, any ideas about what other people are thinking or saying about you, any ways in which you'd like to hurt someone from revenge, any fucking noise in the brain. The Hierophant, you're going to start to stand there as a sort of bodyguard to protect your manifestations, to protect your wings so that you can continue to take flight. And this is how you will balance one foot in the ether, the spiritual realm that you are consistently, continuously evolving as a spirit in this body, but also that you have to walk this earth like the rest of us and make mistakes like the rest of us, but we get to graduate, okay? And the fruit of your labors will be this Three of Cups, the harmony, the connectivity, the gathering, the celebration, the live, love, life that you're after. Okay? I hope that this has resonated. If this has not resonated, then pass it on to someone else because it is a fantastic reading. I wish you a beautiful full moon, and also make sure that you give me some information, like a share, like a subscribe. And until the next time I read for you, ciao.